what's up? It's me, Franny, and today I am here with Jasmine, Emily, and Nessa.
Hey.
So today's video is a little different. I've never done this before, and I'm really excited to do it. Today's video is basically us answering your guys' questions. I tweeted out asking, questions about self-love, confidence, or any advice you guys need on anything, like boy-related, anything, life. But I decided, I think what could be really cool, as we are answering these questions, or in the beginning of the video, I have makeup wipes, and we are going to be wiping our makeup off. Yeah, we're always done up for camera. Well, I'm not sometimes.
I was gonna say, definitely not me.
But like, for the most part. But no, most part we do try and we put a little concealer on, we put a little something on, just to touch up our faces, because, when you are in front of the camera, you do want to look good, but I also want you guys to remember that we are, we're real people, we're we're not perfect.
We got pimples.
Yeah,
I got a few on my forehead at the moment. You can see them.
Everybody take a wipe.
Oh my god, you didn't explain the star on your cheek.
Oh my god!
I just noticed it right now.
Okay, so I have a star on my cheek because in Emily's video for Truth or Dare, one of the dares was for Jasmine to draw my face and it says you're a star. I was like, make sure you explain this in your video.
And you totally forgot.
And I wasn't going to. Everyone was like, what's on Franny's face? Okay, so I have a few tweets and questions, and yeah, so we're gonna get started.
Cool.
So the first one is, how do you get motivation to do YouTube videos?
Motivation? Probably from you guys. I love watching you guys and your growth, and just watching my favorite YouTubers grow and be really successful is really motivating sometimes to get up in the morning and just film some stuff.
Finding motivation to do YouTube videos is just finding something you really love to do.
Yeah.
Because if you really love to do it, you're gonna put in the effort to make the videos. You're gonna put in the effort to edit, to film them, and it's not gonna feel like a hassle. You're not gonna wake up and be like, oh,
we're doing this
because a lot of people are doing it, and I talked about this in the mukbang, a lot of people doing it are doing it because they're trying to escape their own reality and just kind of go into a new world that involves just having fun and filming. So yeah, that's true.
How do you have discipline or control over what you're eating? Not eating too much or too little?
Ooh. I have no discipline or control, everybody knows.
I have absolutely no discipline.
Everybody knows this about me. I eat like a man. Yeah. It is actually ridiculous, right? I literally eat so much.
I eat so much and whatever.
Let's see.
But I'm also vegan, so I relatively eat a lot, but it's always healthy.
But I feel for people who are trying to, I feel that question is for someone who's either trying to gain weight or just maintain
how do you have
a healthy, it's all mental.
Yeah.
It all comes down to having mental and having friends there supporting you and helping you, or just.
I feel as somebody that was so involved in the fitness industry before.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel
that's a job question.
Yeah. I was super involved in it, and I actually was notoriously known for being the girl that was never I'd be like, guys, I want to lose weight, and then I would never actually do it because I would just eat.
Yeah.
And
that's really me. I have
But see, what I'll say about it though is that it all literally, and I say this all the time to you, I say this to everybody, it's all about balance. If you sit there and tell yourself I'm not gonna eat, because a lot of people will say I'm not gonna eat any more junk food, no more Oreos, no more cereal, no more fruit snacks, whatever it is, all you're gonna do is put yourself into a yo-yo diet, and then you'll never actually get to your goals.
What's a yo-yo diet?
You're gonna lose it fast, gain it right back, because you're eating healthy and then bad eating.
Yep.
And so balance.
You need to allow yourself to enjoy those snacks. So instead of eating a whole box of cookies, 6 or 7.
Okay.
8 or 9 or 10. Come on.
Just eat the whole box.
No, but what Nessa said, it's all about mental. It's just a mental game, because just telling yourself not to eat a full box is so mentally challenging if you really want it.
But it's also having because I had friends growing up, they struggled because even their families, their mom and dad would just buy junk food and they would eat, their dinner would be junk, and so it really does come down to just making sure you have a support system around you and your family also supporting you.
Not being envious of someone else's life, social media stars, celebs, etc. That's hard because it's so, it's so easy to look at someone and just be like, man, why don't I look like them?
That's the main topic of this video, basically. It's all it comes down to self-love.
Yeah, it's just it's just getting to a place where you're not comparing yourself to anyone and you really love yourself and where you are in your life. You can look in the mirror and be like, oh man, I hate my nose, I hate my face, whatever. But if you love yourself inside, if you're healthy and you're in a good place, it doesn't matter what you look like.
And I feel like it's important to remember that everybody has moments where they don't like what they see in the mirror. Like
even the most stunning, like the most stunning people.
Yeah, Alexis Ren, Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian, all those people, they looked in the mirror and they were like, I don't like the way I look today. Why is this person prettier than me? It's a normal feeling as humans to feel like someone else looks better than you or has it better than you. And that is when you listen to something like what Franny said, which is just to realize that you are you. There can be no other you. There can be no other of that person. And you just have to accept that that's just who you are, and you're beautiful just the way that you are. And where you're at in your life is awesome. And things are going to just continue to grow and change for you and evolve.
I always say this, I'm always like, the sun shines for everyone. Because it's like, everybody's gonna get to what they want to do at some point in their lives. And it's like, everybody has different timing. Like things can work out for me that can't work out for them. Things can work out for Fran that can't work out for us.
Like,
and that's how it is. We all have different paths in life, and you just have to understand that. And the more that you focus on yourself, the less you'll be focused on other people.
All right, next question. Any advice on how to be confident with yourself around friends and family? I would just say just be yourself.
But that also comes down to self-love. Like if you believe that like you're the ish, then it'll portray. It'll portray.
When you show confidence, people are gonna like, I believe, you know, like you can feel energy from people. Like you can, if you see someone and you see that they're confident, they're like,
it radiates through them.
Yeah, exactly. Like you will see that confidence, and your family and friends will see that confidence. But like Nessa said, it all comes down to self-love, because if you don't have that self-love, you're not gonna feel confident, you know?
And sometimes it just comes down to like saying it to yourself in the morning when you wake up. Eventually, you'll like trick your brain into really thinking like I'm the shit. And sometimes you just have to like write things down and read them to yourself. Do affirmations when you're brushing your teeth. Say, you know, I'm great, I am who I am, I'm where I'm supposed to be, I'm gonna be where I need to be, and just like repeat that to yourself.
If you have any mirrors like in your room or like you said in your bathroom,
even when you're brushing your teeth, like past time.
I used to just write it down on my mirror so I could read it all the time.
Sticky notes on my mirror.
Sticky notes. All right, next question. I need advice on makeup. Like anything you would say to anyone. Like I don't think people should think of makeup as something to covering up your face to like hide your insecurities. Makeup is something that should enhance your like face, your features, like,
and express who you are.
Yeah, exactly. And I used to put on a ton of makeup all the time because I also love the art of makeup. So that's why, you know, if you love doing makeup, you know, go for it. But if you're someone who's like, like I don't know if I should put makeup on, like. If you're
putting makeup on for the wrong reasons, like because you feel like you absolutely need it, you can't leave the house without it.
Yeah, but I just like put on a little bit just to conceal some of my like blemishes, and you know, I do some contour and some like eyelashes and liner, like nothing crazy, but like a little bit really does go a long way with makeup. Like you don't have to put on a full face of makeup to feel pretty.
Especially now, guys, like nowadays I feel like the natural look is in.
Yes.
Like being dewy and natural.
Being you. Like, show your natural beauty.
Yeah. Okay. What's your biggest advice for someone who's growing up and slowly finding themselves? Like, what should we keep in mind? I love you. I love you too.
I think that spending time alone is like one of the biggest things that helped me get to know myself. When I would struggle with like self-love or me not knowing who I was and stuff like that a few years back, I would just make sure to have alone time. It's kind of like self-care time. Like I would read a self-help book, or I would play some music, or I would like journal and write down the things that are bothering me and how I can change them. I feel like having time where you can self-reflect on the things that you're feeling and the things that you're thinking and the things that you're struggling with is huge. And it was super important for me in order to learn how to love myself and how to get to know who I was.
Also keeping like a clear mind and, you know, I guess having goals and, you know, just trying not to get lost, I guess, in like, because growing up, you go through hell and back. Like literally you just learn, you're constantly learning new things, and you just gotta like constantly remind yourself like, okay, this is the path I want to go on, and like this is the path I'm gonna be on.
Focused,
and that's it. Stay focused on the path you want to go on. And what a lot of people do is they're on their way to success, but you know, if there's something blocking you, instead of what a lot of people do is that they get to that rock or whatever and they just walk away. They're like, oh, whatever.
Oh yeah, the guy who's like picking and there's gold behind the rock. Have you seen that one?
Oh no, I haven't seen that
yeah,
one.
there's like a guy picking at rock, and then he's like, there's like a little layer left, and he's dug all this way, and then he gives up at that point and he walks away.
No, yeah, it's something.
And the gold is right there.
Yeah, no, it's something so similar. It's like people get up, people are going to the path to success, and they stop at like this rock, and instead of figuring a way around
you gotta break those barriers.
No, yeah, instead of figuring a way around the rock or getting over that rock, people stop and then they just walk away because you know what I mean? It's just like staying focused and like there's a solution to everything.
Yeah.
Like, if it didn't work one way, try another way, and then keep freaking going until you get to where you want to be.
Yeah.
How do you put your own happiness before other people's happiness for once?
Oh. Wow, that was deep. Wow. To be like that, I could not say no to
Emily.
anything or anyone.
Emily always said yes to everything.
Everything.
She would put herself in situations where she was like, oh,
I used to be super like, I would just go for it, and I was like, dude, if this is making somebody else happy, then I guess I'll do it. Like, remember, I was super like that. Yeah,
I used to be like that.
What allowed me to like not be that way anymore was the fact that I kind of took a step back and I was like, why am I doing this? I had this bad habit of wanting to please everyone. And it's like, I noticed that that wasn't right. And once I realized that the reason why I was doing it was because I wanted everybody to be happy and I just wanted everybody to like me, or I felt insecure about like somebody not being okay with me or something like that. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll do anything that makes other people happy. But I think the biggest thing for me was realizing that obviously your own happiness should be first and foremost more important than anybody else's happiness. And I know that might sound like, oh my god, like that's selfish, but it's really not. Like, no, your happiness,
your mental, that's your mental. Like that's being healthy. Like
well, I feel like at the end of the day, it's like I always believe this. At the end of the day, you only really have yourself, and if you only have yourself, you have to make sure that you're happy.
I had my phase several times throughout my life where I was all about like just selflessly helping other people and doing whatever they wanted. I didn't realize it until I got myself in a predicament where I was starting to get irritated by how much I was saying yes, how I was always being the yes person. Yes, 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 oh yeah. And I was getting exhausted, I was overwhelmed, there were certain things I just didn't want to do. And it wasn't until like I sat down and was venting to somebody about it and they're like, why don't you just say no? And I was like, but then they're gonna and they're like, who cares? It's not your problem. You know?
That's the thing. They would always say, who cares? Like, you can't please everyone.
It wasn't until somebody said like,
you're never gonna be able to please everyone.
No.
Like there will always be someone out there who's like,
yeah, no matter what, like I had this issue in high school, but I always tried pleasing everyone in my life, but it was for me, it was like, there was this group of people I would please, and then this one would get mad. I would please this group of people, they would get mad. And I remember graduating and I was like, I will never please everyone in my life. Literally, none of it will matter in like 5-10 years.
Literally. No, everything in high school, like that's what I was gonna say on the last one, like the growing up question, like don't dwell on things that happen in high school because you won't even remember them by the time like you're out, and like it won't matter.
The amount of things, like I can't even remember.
I wish I could go talk to my 15-year-old self and be like,
don't worry about this.
You're not even gonna remember this boy's name. Like it's just, you know.
You know in the airplane, like where they always tell you that when you're putting the mask,
that always
put it on yourself first and then put it on somebody else. I always use that for life. I'm always like, I'm putting the mask on myself first, and when I make sure that I'm good, then I'm gonna help you out too. I always use that for everything.
Do you ever have days when you feel extremely alone / lonely? If yes, how do you deal with that? Love you. Love you too. Oh, met you at heels class.
Oh, nice. Well, okay.
I think it's like surrounding with friends. Like that was my
dude.
Look at Jess. Dude, Jess, like I got a whole remedy for you.
Dude, I've been through a lot in my life. I'm sure we all have. But all I dealt with from the ages of like 17 up until maybe a year ago was total loneliness where I was just like, oh my God, I have nobody. First, I surrounded myself with friends constantly, which is a great temporary solution. It's like putting a band-aid to the problem. But here's the thing, at the end of the day, you only ever have yourself. So when you do feel lonely, what I started to do is like, I figured out ways to have fun when I'm alone. So for me, that's reading, that's watching Netflix, that's cuddling up on my sofa with my dogs, that's whatever it is, just writing my journal.
I don't know, anything.
Anything.
Take yourself out on a date, honestly. Like,
I do the whole, I mean, shopping is always such like a remedy for me. It's so bad. But Sephora is like a huge remedy. Like if I'm like feeling lonely, I'm like, let me just go get some makeup, let me come home, curl up, Netflix, face mask.
Go on a drive. Like I think it's important to love your time alone because then you just never really feel lonely. I loved when I was living by myself, and people would always say like, oh my God, what do you do? Like, don't you ever feel like alone in the house and like, you know, you have no friends or whatever? And I'm like, I love it. Like I would have hated it a couple years ago, but now I'm like, this is the bomb.
I think that was a great answer.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
And here's the last and final question. Any advice on stress, managing and dealing? Honestly, get overwhelmed extremely quickly all the time, and I found the best way to deal with it is when you have a million things to do in a day, or even in a week. Like, I kid you not, last week or 2 weeks ago was probably the busiest week of my life, and I was doing a million things at once, and I was extremely overwhelmed. I was crying. I was literally a complete wreck. But I remember I was on the phone with my mom. My mom was like, Franny, just like relax, like take it day by day. And also I was on the phone with Christina, one of my best friends in Australia, and she was telling me like, think about what you have to do in the day and write it down. Like what I did is I wrote down a list of what I had to do Monday, a list of things I had to do Tuesday, Wednesday, throughout the week. And I didn't think about what I had to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Focused on that.
I just focused on Monday, and I was like, okay, I did this, this, this. And then when the day ended, I crumpled it up and I threw it in the trash, and I looked at Tuesday, I'm like, okay, I'm ready for Tuesday.
Yeah.
Because if you start thinking about all the things you have to do,
you'll go crazy.
I know, I felt like I was going crazy. No, I literally felt it. Like,
and then you get worried you're gonna forget something.
Yes, exactly.
Honestly, a huge one for me is working out, because it's actually like scientifically proven that working out releases certain brain chemicals that are actually stress relieving.
Yeah,
endorphins.
I dance away my stress.
Yeah, dance. Honestly, whenever I'm stressed, I'll just have a dance party in my room too, just by myself. Or even reading a good book, sometimes keeping your mind, like it takes your mind away from things.
Yeah. Also, super underrated and overrated. I know that's weird, but it is. Just breathe.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes, dude, sometimes people be like, no, I don't have time to breathe, and it's like, no, literally just sit down. They're like, they're turning all red in the face. No, just sit down. The difference of 5 minutes. When I would have panic attacks, I would just sit and I would just take nice deep breaths through your nose, out through your mouth, and you'll literally feel your body just start to relax.
Alright guys, so that was it for the questions. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah, it just kind of came to me. I'm like, why not?
It was a great idea. When Franny told us, we were like, yeah, got it.
So yes, girl, yes. Like I said, we filmed videos on all their channels, so I'm gonna leave all their links down below so y'all can go check them out. Please leave a comment down below on any other future questions that you have. Maybe we'll do a part 2 if you guys like this.
I like it, I like it.
Please give this video a thumbs up, put those push notifications on so when I upload, y'all know exactly when I do. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!